In the beginning, there was only silence. A vast, unbroken canvas of existence, stretching into an eternity of quiet wonder. Before the mountains were raised and the seas were shaped, before the first star kindled its distant fire, there was only possibility. And in that boundless quiet, a new sound began to stir. Not the roar of a cosmic birth, nor the clash of forming worlds, but something far more delicate, far more powerful. It was the first human heartbeat. And with that heartbeat came a question, whispered into the soul of creation. Who are we? Why are we here? Lost in the immensity of the cosmos, we looked up at the sun, a blazing eye of gold in the endless blue. We felt its warmth on our skin, saw how it called forth life from the soil, and we named it God, a God of light, of life, of unwavering strength. We saw the moon, a silver coin tossed into a sea of stars, pulling the tides and guarding our dreams, and we named her Goddess, a goddess of mystery, of cycles, of the quiet power that moves the world in darkness. For every fear that haunted our nights, we sculpted a guardian. For every hope that lifted our dawns, we sang a hymn. We saw our own reflections in the rivers and storms, in the hunt and the harvest, and from these reflections we created gods in our image. We gave them our passions, our rages, our boundless love, and our deepest sorrows. We imagined them seated on thrones of cloud and starlight, their voices echoing like thunder, their tears falling as rain. We built temples of stone and wood, monuments to the divine faces we had imagined. These gods were not born of heaven, but of the human heart's desperate need to understand, to connect, to believe in something greater than its own fragile existence. They were the mirrors in which we saw our highest aspirations and our most terrifying flaws. Our god of war was forged from our own anger, his shield a reflection of our fear of the unknown that lurked beyond the firelight. Our goddess of love was born from the first moment one human looked at another and saw a universe in their eyes. She embodied our desire for unity, for a connection that could defy even death. Our God of wisdom was conceived in the quiet moments of reflection, when we gazed at the stars and pondered the patterns of the universe, seeking an order to the chaos of life. We gave them stories, epic tales of creation and destruction, of betrayal and redemption. These stories became our compass, our guide through the wilderness of being. They taught us how to live, how to love, how to die, and how to hope for what comes after. In our joy, we offered them flowers and song. In our despair, we offered them our tears and our pleas. We asked them for rain, for bountiful harvests, for victory in battle, for the safe return of our loved ones. And when the rains came, we thanked them. When the harvest was plentiful, we celebrated them. When we were victorious, we honored them. We believed they had heard us, that they had answered. Our faith gave them power. The more we believed, the more real they became, not in the heavens above, but within the shared consciousness of our tribes, our cities, our civilizations. They were the glue that held us together, the shared dream that gave our lives meaning and purpose. But we are a species of ever-changing hearts. As we grew, so did our gods. As our understanding of the world expanded, our divine mirrors began to shift. The god of the volcano became a story for children. The goddess of the harvest was replaced by the science of agriculture. We learned that lightning was not the spear of an angry deity, but a discharge of static electricity. The more we understood about the world, the more our ancient gods began to fade, their temples crumbling into dust, their names whispered only by the wind in forgotten ruins. We had outgrown them. Did they die? Or did they simply retreat back into the heart that first conceived them? The need to believe, to find meaning, never left us. It is etched into our very soul, so we created new gods. We found them in science, in progress, in ideologies, in the pursuit of wealth and fame. We built new temples of glass and steel, monuments to human achievement. We looked at our own creations, our technology, our art, our systems, and we saw the divine. We made gods of our own reason, believing we could solve every puzzle, conquer every frontier, and become masters of our own destiny. Yet, the old questions remain, echoing in the quiet moments of our lives. Who are we? Why are we here? The universe remains vast, and our place within it still a profound mystery. The gods we create are always a reflection of our current selves. They show us what we value, what we fear, and what we yearn for. They are the grand story we tell ourselves about ourselves. Look inside. The same creative fire that forged the gods of old still burns within you. The need for a story, for meaning, for a connection to something eternal, is the most human thing about us. Perhaps the greatest truth is not found in the heavens we imagine, but in the heart that does the imagining. The gods were never external beings ruling from on high. They were, and always have been, the voice of our own deepest soul, calling us to become more than we are. And they are the mirror we hold up to see our own divinity. And in that mirror, we see the potential for limitless compassion, for unwavering courage, for a love that can heal the world. We see the capacity for rebirth, to let old beliefs die and allow new, more expansive ones to be born. The story of the gods is the story of humanity, and that story is far from over. For as long as a single human heart beats and asks the timeless questions, new gods will be born, and humanity will continue its eternal quest for the light. The power to create, to believe, and to be reborn is not out there among the stars. It has been inside you all along. Thank you for journeying with us through this story of belief. If these words resonated with you, subscribe for more stories of light and rebirth.